Hello and welcome to the Broadcast News Studio. I'm your host, Emilia Mariol. Today, artificial intelligence is more popular than ever. It's becoming increasingly common in classrooms, workplaces, and everyday life. As technology continues to advance, AI is reshaping the job market and prompting students to rethink their plans. From excitement about new opportunities to concerns over job security and creative impact, AI is changing expectations. Today, we want to ask, how does the increased use of AI impact the way college students view their future careers?
As an artist and a musician, I feel like I used to be very confident in, just having artistic freedom within my careers, etc. But I feel as though lately it's kind of less likely and it's starting to look like I'm gonna need a backup because I'm seeing a lot of AI art get a lot more attention than actual real artists.
While kind of pondering what materials I should use to make art, I was on the subway in New York City and I noticed an insane amount of ad campaigns for AI companies just plastered all over the subway cars. And, it was late, I was a little faded, and I figured that the plastic covering those advertisements is pretty thin. And so I kind of pushed it and bent it and popped it out, and I took the poster out from underneath it. So now I cut those posters up and I print on the back of them, and then I use the plastic that once housed them as a frame, and I sell that on my website in Washington Square Park. So, and I only do the AI advertisements because I fucking hate them. So in that way, AI has actually helped me.
I'm a playwright, so basically I think that my career will always be around because it's still like one of the oldest technologies we have that we still use. But with the increase in AI, it does make it harder to make work that resonates with people because the gaze is always shifting with AI. So I think that's probably my biggest concern, is just how people look at art now will be so different and not unified that something like a play might not resonate.
There's an illustration in the city, and she complains, and her entire college complains about how AI could replace them within the next 10 years. And I believe that's true for all fields, no matter what field you're in, no matter how people say you're safe or whatnot. I think if we continue to let AI go in the trajectory it's going, it will replace everyone if we allow it to, which we shouldn't.
For me, personally, I don't believe that it's changed any trajectory in my career because I want to get into sports. So I feel like a lot of times with sports, you kind of deal with analytical stuff. So yes, AI can probably help with keeping track of analytical stuff, data and all that type of things. But at least for me in sports, I do not think AI. I do, in fact, believe that it will damage a lot of other careers, especially acting, I feel like, because it's unfair that, that's one of the reasons why we had a whole strike going on. But sports, yeah, no, don't see that messing up my career, sports.
I found that because of its own kind of the way it works, it tends to not be very creative. It tends to only be the mean of all of the stuff that's fed into it. So not very interesting. I think artists have some have a fight to go. There's a long way to go, but I think that in the end, human creativity is kind of irreducible. So.